Good morning. I hope all is well. I decided to make this video because I realized that there is a particular problem that most of the world is going through. Uh, we're experiencing this feeling of suffering, and this feeling of suffering most of the time comes at a most inconvenient time, and that's in the morning. It's that feeling you get in the morning when you wake up in the morning and your heart is heavy and you feel tired and you're feeling like you want to vomit and you can't get out of bed and you hit the snooze button on an alarm clock several times and you just don't want to get out of bed. You just you don't want to go to this crappy job. You're not happy at your job, and your boss is an a-hole, and your coworkers are jerks, and or it can be, a family situation where you're not happy in your current situation. The kids are annoying and they're driving you crazy, or your husband or your wife is, getting on your nerves, and you're just not happy, and it brings you this depressed feeling, this empty feeling and this purposeless feeling, and it normally hits you in the morning. And some of the reasons why this is happening is because you are unhappy, or you can be dealing with anxiety. And what anxiety is a feeling of worrying and nervousness, uh, worrying that you might fail, or worrying that you're not enough, and worrying, you ask yourself in the morning, is this what life has to offer? Is this all life is about? Is this as far as I'm going to go in my career? Am I in the right career? And that very well might be the answer. If you don't love what you're doing, then you're not going to really be fulfilled. You have to love what you're doing, because if you love what you're doing, you won't have these struggles with getting up in the morning, right? Even if you're so you got to figure out what you love to do. That's number one. You got to figure out what it is that you love to do, and then you have to make plans, and that's your goal. And then you have to make plans toward obtaining that goal. And when you make the plans towards obtaining that goal, you have to take the steps towards that goal every single day. So even if you're working towards this every single day, it's still going to bring liberation and happiness to you. So you'll wake up in the morning and you'll feel better, because you'll know that you're taking steps towards your goal, right? So you can be at your job, and you can be having a rough day or a hard day, but you find happiness and you find liberation in knowing that this job is only a stepping stone to where I'm planning to go. But if you don't have a plan and you have no direction, you're like a lost sheep without his shepherd, and that's going to bring you depression, because you don't know where you're going. You're just going where the wind blows you, and you're just going about life every day with no direction. That's a setup for failure. I'm sure everyone's heard that saying: if you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. And that's pretty accurate, because you got to have a destination, and you have to have a target, you have to have a goal, and you have to walk towards that. You have to move towards that. If you don't have it, then you'll waking up every day, and you're letting life and you let direct you in different ways, and you're just dealing with issues, and you're dealing with life as it comes. But you can turn that around, and you control your destination, and you can be responsible for saying, no, I'm going this way. I'm going to take that path. I'm not just going to go where the wind blows me. I'm going to take the path that I want to take. Find out what it is that you love to do and work toward that, and will bring you liberation, and it will bring you happiness. Now, let's not confuse what it is that you love to do with what occupation makes the most money. Because just because you're making a lot of money doesn't mean that that's going to bring you happiness. But doing something that you love to do will almost guarantee happiness. And sometimes you got to work up towards that, what you love to do. You got to work up towards that. All right. So I just want you to keep that in mind, and just make your life a little easier. It's not easy. Life is rough. So if you're going to be breaking your neck, and you're going to be, working hard, make sure it's towards something that you love to do. Because anything else, is working towards making someone else happy and making someone else rich and making your boss rich and making, your company rich. And that might bring them happiness because you're making them rich. But if you love doing it, whatever it is, I don't care what the job is. If you love being a teacher, if you want to be a teacher, you love doing that, then do that. If you love being a fireman, if you love, being a garbage truck man, whatever it is that you love to do, go towards that. And you will find also that how much money you're making from doing that isn't so bad because you love what you do. So you'll be fine with your situation. All right? So just keep that in mind and go towards it. Go after what your heart desires, and you'll be fine. That working up in the morning will be a little easier.